Here we start our AMA. On today's special guest, we have ParallelChain, our recent partner project, and partner with the Magic Square. Hi, do you hear me? Later?
Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you. You're George?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, George. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for accepting the invitation. We would really love to discuss your project, your chain as a whole. We would like to discuss ParallelChain as a whole. And the main purpose of this AMA is to explore how ParallelChain dApps can now gain more visibility through being listed on the Magic Store. And since our integration, we are opening up more opportunities for the applications, for the projects on the ParallelChain to be distributed to the Web3 market to gain a certain amount of credibility, because this is what we provide at the Magic Square. We do provide credibility and verification of the application through our community validation system, right?
Yeah.
And first of all, I would really love to ask you, who are you? What chain do you represent, and can you tell us a bit more about the ParallelChain as itself? What's your competitive edge? What makes you stand out from the other chains? And why are you in the Web3? Let me put it that way.
All right. Thank you, George. I am Clayton. I am director of product and community growth for ParallelChain. So what is ParallelChain? ParallelChain is a blockchain and AI technology company. So, the company is founded back in 2018, and we have been doing enterprise blockchain since, bolstering one of the fastest TPS out there in terms of enterprise speed, up to 140,000 transactions per second. 140K transactions per second, and then 0.003 milliseconds latency, and also GDPR compliant as well. So we have a couple Web2/enterprise products built on top of ParallelChain, namely some KYC solutions, some workflow management solutions, insider threat prevention solutions, and tokenization solutions. So we have just launched our mainnet. We've been working on it for the past 2 years and a bit, and the mainnet went live in May 2023, and then we also distributed the token, and we also listed on KuCoin not too long ago. So that's ParallelChain, and we think our competitive edge is really being the bridge, to be able to have both blockchains developed for Web2 companies and Web3 companies alike. And sooner we will have something to bridge between the two ecosystems, namely inter-ParallelChain protocol. That's what we're working on, in the next stages of development. So, we really try to cater for the future where Web3 apps and Web2 apps can work together. And we do see the growing traction for enterprises to start to venture into the Web3 space, and we're pretty sure that Web3 companies would like to be more involved in the Web2 world as well, and that's what we're doing, to be the bridge between the two worlds.
Fair enough. Thank you for a brief introduction and explanation of what you've been doing. So in terms of the applications on your chain, is there any specific types of applications that works the best on the ParallelChain, or you are all-in-one solution for building all types of applications in the Web3?
Yeah, so fun fact, testnet 4 just launched last Monday. So alongside with the full developer documentation for building smart contracts and applications on our ParallelChain mainnet and testnet 4. So being the programming language that we use is Rust based, and so therefore that means there's no limit to what developers or users can build on parallel chain. So right now, in the mainnet side is definitely open to all sorts of use cases and applications. Yeah.
All right, great to hear that. Yeah, I mean, looking at the chain that is recently created with the Web3 App Store, right? This is what we represent in the Magic Square for the audience that are not yet familiar with us. What we are doing, we are a Web3 App Store, right?
Yeah.
The difference between the Web2 App Store, or difference between the Web3 and the Web2 App Store is quite big, not by the system, not by the vision, because our vision is quite simple. We would like to simplify the discovery of the Web3 project. There's just no centralized place, and even not centralized, not decentralized place in general, let me put it that way, where you can discover projects. Now, some people say that they discovered some project on Twitter. Some people say that some friend recommended them this project to do their contribution, to do their diligence, or to invest, or to play, if it's a play to earn on Discord.
Yeah.
Some people just Google it. Some people just look at the coin market cap of the tokens.
Yeah.
They look at the token, they look at the website. There are no real place where you can actually go like an app store in the Web2. So this is what we are trying to build, and we are building it quite successfully. We have over 600 validated applications on the Magic Store by now, which is quite a huge number considered.
Yeah.
We haven't even launched our token. We are planning to launch our token this year. So, yeah, we are quite new on the market. We just recently released our public beta in this quarter.
Yeah.
Which means that users can now not only discover but actually participate in the validation of the project. Also participate in different use-to-earn features. We have a lot of use-to-earn features, which means that if you refer a friend, if you engage with the project, if you leave your review, there are a whole lot of things you can do. You can read more about in our Medium article. But there are a whole lot of positive actions you can do on the store, just literally interacting with the project, and you earn rewards. You earn karma points, and then you can convert these karma points into the gift cards for USDT. So it's actual cash rewards. It's not just a token that's being out as a perceived value. You have this kind of NFT avatars that don't really have any value. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
Some users really value just because they are collectors of that kind of stuff, but we actually do reward our users for all the benefits they also bring to our platform. And validation of any project, let's say any project from the Parallel Chain going to be listed on the Magic Store.
Yeah.
Every project is going to through a specific path, right?
Yeah.
First of all, is we're handpicking the project. We're not going to list some meme coin that does not have any development on the background, doesn't have any backend. It's just made for fun. We are simply not listing those projects. But if you're not a meme coin, if you're a regular project that provides value to the Web2 market in one form or another, you're going to be brought to our validation system. And what the validation system really means, right?
Yeah.
We have a testnet, which is basically our upcoming section on the Magic Store. We have some projects, right, that are not yet ready for the production.
Yeah.
However, they already want to get the feedback from the market. So we help them connect to the users, so users can get early access to the projects, and projects can get the feedback so they can fix their bugs, so they can add some features, do their product update before they go into mainnet.
Yeah.
This is our upcoming. But the main magic is happening in the validation. So once the project is ready, they are in the post-production, then what we are doing, we are moving them to under validation category on the Magic Store, and now all the users can interact with the project. They can vote either yes, they can vote either no, and for each vote, no matter what kind of vote you put, is this negative or positive, you get rewards. So on our age, we get from the latest maybe 20 projects I saw on the store, we are getting around 7,000 to 11,000 votes for each project. And those are real users who are leaving their review, leaving their feedback. They are doing their research, it's not only you click the button, you have to go through a specific process. You go to snapshot, you connect your wallet, then you vote is a yes or no, you sign off transaction, it's completely free, you get rewarded for it by contribution. Like, we don't want to be a gatekeeper of the projects, right?
Right.
We are not an app who monetizes the project that they actually like and they think they make some money off. No, we are giving this power 100% to our community. If our community decides 51% vote goes to no, we're not going to be listed on stock. There's no way. And there's a specific period of time that should pass. If I remember correctly, it's maybe about 6 months, I believe. However, our developers right now are working on improvements and updates because we are in public beta. But it's several months you should wait until you try to publish a project on the Magic Store again.
Yeah.
So this is what gives project credibility, because it's not only we are gatekeeping. We are not gatekeeping anything, but we are just giving platform for the projects to distribute their product and for the to discover products, right, and to verify products and discover verified products. So we are providing platform to do all the diligence on behalf of the user, right? So this is the main competitive advantage we have at the Magic Store, and it's amazing that we are right now partnering with the ParallelChain, because that means that all the ParallelChain dApps, I think that was one of the proposed questions from your community. How can new users in Web3 use Magic Store to find and explore dApps on ParallelChain? Well, on Magic Store, to answer that question, we have approximately, don't remember the exact number, because we are constantly adding new chains and partnering with new projects and partnering with getting new partners on board. We have maybe 20 different chains at this point, including Parallel, maybe even more. Not quite sure about that.
Yeah.
But now, a project that's built on the ParallelChain, first of all, they can list on the Magic Store. They can get visibility, right? This is they get visibility even if they are not production-ready project. Even if they are testing, they are on the testnet, they can get feedback. So this is the first place you go to distribute your product effectively for free.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to dive deep into our commission model, our fees, our business model, but it's effectively to free compared to App Store, which takes like, I don't know, 30%, if I remember correctly, of all the in-app purchases that's made on the App Store.
Yeah.
We are doing a completely different system. You're listing your project directly for free. You get visibility in our community. Once you are validated, you get credibility because you are verified. Now everyone can see. We even developed a special magic badges. If you go to any project, you can see if they have our badge integrated on the web store, on their website. Some projects do, some projects don't. But it's like, being a restaurant and having a TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
But let's go see the reviews of the project, see what users are actually talking about the project, and actually access many projects in one particular space. You can add several projects to your Magic Spaces, so you can easily browse. You can open your project through the Magic Store itself. You don't have to open 20 different tabs. If you are monitoring how these things are going in 20 different projects, you can have everything in one place. So this is the core value that we are trying to provide dApps on different chains, right? Including ParallelChain, obviously. Right now, any project can get visibility, they can get credibility, they can gather more huge user base, right?
Right.
And along with every benefit, every general marketing benefits that I just described, they are also getting an incredible feedback from our community, whether you are in the upcoming section or you are already a validated and established project.
Awesome. Thank you very much, George, for your very detailed overview of Magic Store. As ParallelChain, we are very happy to have a partner like you. I think what you guys are doing tremendous in terms of helping new projects to get visibility, and at the same time also helping the community members to have a single place to look at all the new apps and all the apps no matter in production or in development, and they can have a go at it. They can have a say in the validation and vetting process, which we really like about you guys. So exciting for projects on our chain to be listed on your app store and to be vetted by the community. So looking forward to a lot of good things to come in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I dived a bit deeper into what our Magic Store in general is, because I believe we also have an audience from the Parallel Chain. So just a quick overview I want to give to everyone who is contributed or invested in any way or form on the Parallel Chain dApps. You can access now all the dApps, and I hope more dApps gonna come on the Magic Store. We really like to support them from both the marketing perspective and also from the development perspective, because we provide the feedback, right? So I'm really excited to see more projects, because it's all about the different chains provide different benefits.
Yeah.
Right. If we were only about one particular chain, first of all, we're going to limit ourselves, and second of all, we're going to limit our users.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we have this system. We can add all the chains potentially.
Yeah.
Right? And speaking in terms of all the chains, right? I asked you before, what do you think is the competitive advantage of the Parallel Chain itself? Would you like to elaborate a bit more about what's your vision of the future in the Web3 and how Parallel Chain assists in achieving that particular vision? Like, what's your inspiration behind the project?
Well, the inspiration behind our project has always been the same. From the enterprise business, we've seen over the years, a lot of enterprises are struggling to adopt Web3 technology fully. Why is that? Because if they put some sort of business logic or transactions in entirely on Web3, most likely all the transaction metadata and, namely the IP address, what sort of, who are you sending your funds to, who are you doing business with, all sort of data are publicly available. So yes, there is very transparent, but the nature of businesses, they want to be, maintain some sort of confidentiality, and that has been the barrier in the past for them to fully adopt Web3. Same goes with Web3 applications. I think, if they want to, do more business in the enterprise world, maybe the enterprises using the Web3 technology would like to have more control of the said technology, and therefore, they might, consider having a hybrid model where, part of the transaction is private, part of the transaction is public, or even utilities, some functions are public and some functions are private. And yet, those two ideally should be able to interoperate. So that's what we think our competitive advantages. We have expertise in building the enterprise chain, very scalable, very fast, and also data privacy is compliant as well. Built with 10 unique patents over the world, and all published on the website. And our mainnet as well. Our mainnet, just launched full documentation about a week ago, and now we have ecosystem grants coming, and we're really gonna build up our ecosystem. So in terms of public and private interoperability, I think that's where our unique competitive advantage lies.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for explanation about your main vision for your particular chain. Now, I do agree that privacy, and anonymity is like, I would say it's a core pillars for me personally.
Yeah.
For the Web3 space, the difference between the Web2 and the Web3, right? You come down to a point where you had the Web1 where you was able to only read. You had Web2 where you are able to interact. The Web3 you have to own. And since all the recent quite big changes in the privacy policy of the big tech companies like YouTube, Google, maybe Twitter is slightly different because of Elon Musk, he's doing great for the free speech. the platform that we are currently in. But overall, I think that the future of the free speech, future of the privacy, and future of actually people owning the internet and not one monopolist owning the entire network is very closely related to the Web3. And I heard a lot of the influencers recently saying that Web3 is actually, a lot of people forgot about what Web3 is. Web3 is not gamification of NFT assets within the games. It may be, the gamification even more, and metaverse and community-owned economy in the games. But for me, it's more about actually users just owning the projects that they invested in.
Absolutely.
Let's say you have right?
Yeah.
You have World of Warcraft, for example. You spend your entire life, you spend 10 years playing World of Warcraft. Then the server shut down.
And you get nothing.
You get nothing. you just have experience playing one particular game, and developers don't really care about you. In the Web3, you have assets that can be sold, at least as a collection item. Right?
Yeah.
So you get at least, it's like building the economy that actually do exist and impact people emotionally, because when you have financial attachment to an asset, then it's a completely different game. Now you have all these metaverses that actually look like the games from 1999, but at the same time, people are still attached to some of those games. I really believe people are more attached to Axie Infinity Emotional than people are attached to the top tier, AAA tier game in the space, because they invested so much money and they're actually making a living from these games. So if something goes to that game, it's bad for their real life. You have a direct attack. What Web3 is, for me, it's the next level. It's the next generation of
ownership,
internet economy. Your time spent actually has more value. At the same time, it has more attachment, but at the same time, you get more power because you are more privatized and you are more anonymous. So this is my vision in general for the Web3, and I think the applications and the chains like you are greatly supporting the vision by prioritizing transparency and privacy in that case.
Yeah. We think, taking your example, right? Like all the enterprises, if they, want to run any transactions in the game, they can do it very easily on the enterprise chain. It's fast, it has really high TPS, and, can really accommodate those use cases. And, when they want to, issue the items to users, let's say as an NFT or as a collection, they could, do it with ParallelChain protocol, and, it'll be in your wallet. So, perfect use case for games and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Another thing that I found out quite important, and at the beginning when I just started working in the crypto and all that space, I thought it's quite weird having so many rewards, gifts, and incentives in the space. But now I can completely justify. You have a whole ecosystems, like the Galaxy ecosystem, for example, or the Tuscan ecosystem, all these platforms and incentivization, or the Web3, which kind of rewards everyone for doing simple stuff in the Web3. But we are also effectively doing, if somebody goes to your app page, to app page of the project on the parallel chain, they interact with your chain, they get rewards, but at the same time, we support the educational side of it, right? Not only we get the benefit, we give away the cash benefits, the financial benefits and monetary benefits, but also we provide the educational resources. Because if you say that in order to get this X reward, you should go to Magic Store and vote for this app on the parallel chain, but also you have to refer a friend, but you're going to get more rewards for referring a friend. Now you are deep diving into, okay, how do I find users that's going to like the parallel chain dApp potential? Let me find the parallel chain forum. Now the user gets educated because he's financially motivated to do his diligence and do specific actions on the store.
Absolutely.
So it's actually not a bad marketing. What I've discovered, it just projects putting out the contribution in the form of airdrops to support the mass adoption and support the education. Because after a year, just a regular crypto user who just tries to bounty hunt every project, still gonna get to know all the different chains, still gonna get to know all different projects, and it's quite good for the education. And on the Magic Store, again, you can get rewards for really anything if you go to magic.store. I'm not sure if we all have applications on the parallel chain, because we might have some, but it's probably not big enough to be in a separate category. But you can see all the other chains we have on the Magic Store divided by the categories. We have quite a nice UI and UX design where you can see projects by the project genre, even if it's like play to earn, DeFi, it's a financial institution, it's on the Android, it's an exchange, NFT marketplace, or either it's a project on a specific chain. So we have categories for literally everything, right? And the chain also going to have its own category, obviously, because we would love to highlight all different chains that we have a direct partnership with. So it's quite a good thing in terms of browsing. Like if you want to browse apps specifically on the parallel chain, not yet because we don't have too much projects, but if you look, for example, at the BNB, in the BNB category, we have like 115 projects. In Ethereum, we have
70.
Trion Optimism, Gala Chain. We have a lot of different chains. Just from browsing the list, it's over 30. Actually, it's over 30 just browsing through. And that's not all chains that implement on the Magic Store, right? So we are trying to widespread this possibility and opportunity to, push the projects. Because at the end of the day, what's the benefit of the App Store, right? What's the main marketing material of the App Store?
It's apps.
It's the products on the App Store. Right? So App Store does not show and doesn't tells you about all the benefits of using the App Store, how fast is the browsing the App Store. No, it just shows you the trailers of the games. You go to this trailer and you go to the App page. So it's a completely win-win scenario for us to promote apps on the parallel chain and other chains, as well as for apps to promote the Magic Store, because we both get the end user and we create more simplified ecosystem. We provide the discovery, right? We provide the magic spaces, right? We provide visibility to our community. We provide feedback, validation, recognition, and we also, get the users of a specific chain or a specific project on board on the Magic Store. But at the end of the day, they are interacting with your chain, with the project on your chain. So it's completely beneficial for everyone. Because you get the end user. At the end of the day, you get the end user. We just get one number in our traffic metric on the website, right?
You're right.
But this is what we're going to promote. And this is how we're going to support parallel chains in general, because it's beneficiary for us. And when you ask someone why do you support this particular project, they all have quite self-interpersonal reasons, which means that they're going to seek the benefits for themselves first, right? But we developed the system where whatever we do with the projects, even if it's AMA, featuring your chain in our newsletter, doing some kind of campaign, putting the parallel chain on the front page of the Magic Store. At the end of the day, it's both of our users, because we work as a distribution platform, right? So it's actually clear motivation that everyone can see why are we promoting projects, right? Because we are not taking fees for the AMAs. We are not taking fees for you being listed on the store and users interacting with the project on the store. No, but get marketing benefits altogether. So I think this is the main motivation for anyone to be listed on the Magic Store and for Magic Store to do their diligence and promote projects in a way that benefits the users. Because the hierarchy is quite simple. If you want to be on the top 1% of the project on the Magic Store. If you want to go higher in the ranks, it's all about the reviews. It's all about the stars you get on the Magic Store. So we do nothing in that regard. So it's a completely, we try to build a DAO at some point. It's a DAO mechanism involved in a lot of activities that we are doing. And I think going back to some of the questions that your community asked about the Magic Square is how different we are from the Web2 app stores and how we can help you to gain visibility of projects on your chain. The answer is simple. We are using power of the Web2, which is decentralization, right, and the community power to outsource the main diligence that we have, which is the validation and verification and listing of projects. Therefore, we cannot take fees because, we don't have a team of 100 people who are validating the projects, but at the same time, we provide the same visibility or even more. We can provide more visibility than App Store because the Web3 is not yet big as an App Store, right? Maybe App Store itself, only one App Store, it's like, it's probably 25%. No, sorry, let me correct myself. The whole Web3 space is maybe 20% of just one App Store. By the itself. So it's a giant market. But compared to the opportunities that are on the market of the Web3 and the amount of projects that we currently have, which is over 600, we are doing quite well in that regard. And we're going to help from a marketing perspective distribute dApps on the parallel chain because we are not relying on the traditional business models that you have on the Web2. On Web2, you have to make cash from the app straight away because you spend tons of money on the marketing. And we're going to have something similar in the near future where, we are developing our RTB advertising network. It's our plan to develop this network in the next quarter. I believe is it quarter or is it in the quarter 4 this year where we're going to develop our advertising network so projects can actually do paid promotion like PPC advertising like the Facebook ads, but on the Magic Store.
Sounds awesome.
So this is one way to promote the projects. But even besides that, just having a project on the Magic Store, you don't have to browse Google, Twitter, Reddit, Discord. You just have to, take the whole portfolio on the Magic Store. Because I don't believe there's a user who is only invested in one project in the Web3. It's usually you are participating in a few projects at the same time, whether you are grinder, enthusiast, whether you are investing, whatever kind of person you are, you need to have everything in one place, and this is what we are providing. Answering the question how we do help and how we are different from the Web2 App Store. It's the power of the community that Web3 can give us.
Absolutely. You guys are building in the incentives really well to the users as well, encouraging the users to be a part of the verification and validation system, which I think is really, really amazing to see.
Yeah, I mean, we did our best to take as much diligence on our shoulders as possible in the automated and community-centered way. And I think that the main benefit of the store, besides, simplification of the process, it's not only that we help projects to distribute, but it's security reasons at some point. I can't talk much in regards to security because I'm a marketing guy, right?
Yeah.
But, the whole community validation is all about making sure that you are not going to discover a project which is scam. You are not going to discover a project which is low quality because it's just too much a headache and process for projects to be listed on the store. It's easy for a regular project, but it is hard to imitate the whole ecosystem and the whole development side of things to be listed on the store.
Yeah.
So why would you do that, right?
Right.
And even we had a quite, how can I say, we have a quite interesting case where a lot of users want to farm Magic Store and just take all the karma points and just convert them to all the cash rewards, right? A case where, every project gonna get that kind of user base, where they are just going to, farm the project. But isn't the fact that farming your project continuously by multiple different teams and people are actually quite amazing, that it means that your project is actually quite valuable and are doing something great for the market, because your project get the attention for the professionals that are spending the entire day to try and farm us so they can fail, and we can still, based off their experience, develop Magic Store even better. So all the attacks that Magic Store is handling is only making Magic Store a better place, because we would spend a lot of money trying to farm our tokens from 10,000 different accounts, but we get this service for free, right? So it's quite like the security is also, I'll highlight that it's also one of the main things that we try to focus on. And speaking in terms of security, I'll also ask you, there are a lot of unfortunate cases and situations that happened in the recent couple of years. How do you address those situations, speaking as a chain representative? How do you make sure your chain ensures the security measures for all the projects that are planning to build on the parallel chain?
I think, the main one is, our protocol, start from our protocol. So I think, a couple months ago, we've started the auditing process of ParallelChain's protocol with one of the leading, auditors in the blockchain space, and their name is Hackett. So we're going to publish the audit report as soon as it is done. Should be in a matter of weeks. And then, in terms of the security on our projects, that are building on our projects, mainly is to provide support, through grants or programs, and also through partnership with auditors and, security auditors, and also have a effective program in place. And also, working with Magic Square, have the apps on the Magic Square platform. So, people on the App Store, on the Magic Square community can take part in this, verification and validation process as well. You mentioned, the upcoming projects section where projects can list themselves before going into production. So we also think that it's going to be really helpful and for the projects that are going to be building on Parallel Chain.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree to you on the topic of getting the feedback and being listed on the upcoming section. We want to support the developers and the users from the bot fronts as a true Web3 app store that plays basically around with both types of the audience. So it's distribution, and again, I think I'm thinking myself in terms of speaking to our target audience. So what I would like to do, is there any questions from our current audience that we can address to either Magic Square or to Parallel Chain? Just raise your hands, guys. And okay, I think we have one request from Rakibul. Rakibul, I'm going to make you a speaker so you can address your question.
Hello.
Okay, I want to get some questions from our community and our audience, but just let me know, guys, if you have any questions. You can drop in the thread under this AMA post, or you can request to speak. But in general, I think we pretty much discussed all the benefits that our partnership is going to bring to the overall Web3 space. Is there any questions from you, Clayton, specifically to the Magic Square that you would like to address?
Well, not from me, but I'm asking from Parallel Chain's community, since there's a couple questions that I see on Discord. So I think you've answered, many of the questions, on the Discord channel as well. Just one more that I'd like to touch on. Is your platform supporting any sort of on-chain achievement tokens at the moment? Is there going to be any campaigns in the future?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So we've been partnering with different projects who can support the incentivization and the rewards and the tokens that we do provide upon validation. Basically, for every project that was undergoing validation had its own campaign on the Galaxy. We receive a climate special NFT along with the karma points. It's a limited NFT. You can never get a product is validated only once in a while. And right now, due to certain changes, we are moving to Zilli. We are currently hosting 1 million SQR token campaign on Zilli. This is our first big airdrop. And along with this campaign on Zilli, we do also host again all the campaigns for every project that's undergoing validation on Zilli. So you can check out our Zilli. And it's more than 100. I think it's already almost over 200 different tasks that you can proceed with and earn. If you go to our Twitter, if you just click on my avatar and go to our Twitter, the first pinned tweet that we have is a Zilli campaign. So you can go through it, and we have a ton of tasks.
Awesome.
We have a ton of tokens on chain that you can grab by completing a very simple quest, I would say. And again, all the cross-marketing campaigns we have are also promoted on Zilli, so you can check all the news there. And all the new project validations it's going to be probably on Zilli.
Nice.
Can't give you an info, but if somebody from the parallel chain going to list their app, they can also see themselves on the Zilli, because we do promote a lot of the tweets and we do promote a lot of the projects through it. It's a great platform, by the way.
Lovely. And on top of City, we also, have something in place, planned for testnet 4, incentivizing users to, try our tools on testnet. So, it will be announced on City. We have, same as you guys, heaps of missions lined up. So, please follow us for updates and the release of the City program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. I think we pretty much covered all the topics that was from your community and also from our community as well. In that case, I would like to thank you again for coming to this AMA.
Thank you, George. Thank you for hosting.
And we're going to definitely speak to you a bit later. Obviously, we're going to have some more marketing going on. I hope so. And again, for all the applications on the parallel chain, if you are developing in the parallel chain, if the chain to develop, look at the parallel chain. You can access all the applications right now on the magic.store. I'll repeat, magic.store. It's a place where you can discover applications on the parallel chain, on many other chains, on 30 more chains, and also find a lot of the ways that you can earn rewards that are convertible to the cash prizes and actually benefit your time spent on the Magic Square. The time spent on the Magic Square is not just time spent browsing applications, it's actual time spent that's not going to be wasted, because we do reward you for a lot of different actions. So make sure to go to magic.store and also check out Parallel Chain and all the applications that we have right now, and we're going to have more in the nearest future.
Awesome. Thank you, George. Thank you for the shout out. And, I hope to speak with you again soon. Let's do more, joint activities together. It's really awesome to be on your AMA today.
I can say absolutely the same, my friend. Thank you very much for your time. And see you a bit later. And thanks everyone on this AMA for coming. I hope we made a very interesting discussion and we clarified a lot of the topics between our partnership with the Parallel Chain. And just follow both of us on Twitter, follow Magic Sphere for Parallel Chain, and stay updated with all our newest campaigns that we are planning to do. It's going to be quite exciting summer, I promise.
Amazing. Thank you, George.
Great. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone, as well.
Thanks, everyone.